Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the sequel trilogy when it comes to a new character for this movie. This is Mike Zierer here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 is currently shooting over in the UK, and after that they plan on filming over in China, Italy, and quite possibly even Jordan. So this movie is really progressing very well as we go through the principal photography stage. We do know that J.J. Abrams has actually done a couple of rewrites here and there, some adjustments for some of our new characters, and some of our returning characters like Rey, Kylo Ren, and Luke Skywalker. Now, looking at Episode 9 as a whole here, we do know that there are going to be 7 new characters entering the plot of this film. We have Matt Smith, we have Richard E. Grant, Kerry Russell, Naomi Ackie, I mean the list goes on, Dominic Monaghan, so many people joining this film. Now, today we will be going over a new character name for one of the actors and or actresses that will be playing a specific character for Episode 9. We're not quite sure exactly who this is going to be. This could also potentially be a 8th new character entering into Star Wars Episode 9. Now, the new character name is described as Zhao, described as a young male, Caucasian with black hair and white streaks in it, wears an eye patch on his right eye and wears gray armor with a rifle in his hand. And now that's pretty much all we know about this new character, but this new character name is Zhao. Now, could this be a code name of sorts? Possible. But this sounds like a very interesting name for sure. Now, could this be a character affiliated with the Knights of Ren? Now, I'm not quite sure if he would be, but we do know and have learned about another character name just about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago called Kato. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but this is actually Matt Smith's character. I believe that's a code name, Kato. And I started to think to myself, what if these new characters coming into Episode 9 are mostly affiliated with the Knights of Ren? Could you imagine a concept where you have Kylo Ren, Kato Ren, and then Zhao Ren? Even though that may sound off to some of you guys, I think that they could pull that off, where each character has their own name, but each name ends with Ren. I would love to see something like that. But as for this character Zhao, we're not quite sure exactly which actor will be playing this character. I don't think it's Dominic Monaghan, I don't think it's Matt Smith, and I definitely don't think it's Richard E. Grant because he's up there in age. Again, this is described as a young male, Caucasian with black hair and white streaks, wears an eye patch on his right eye, and wears gray armor. So this to me sounds like he is either affiliated with the First Order or maybe even, I would say, the Knights of Ren. Now, could this be an entirely new character that will be portrayed by a different actor that is actually going to join the cast very soon? Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams is adding in as many characters as possible into Episode 9. This movie is going to have the most characters out of every single Star Wars movie to date, which honestly I think is a risk. I think that we should only focus on Rey, Kylo Ren, and our main characters, right? But anyways, that's why there were some adjustments to the script, is because JJ is trying to dial it down with these new characters, and he's changing some things here and there. So maybe, you know, the majority of these characters will be grouped up into one big scene after all. But looking at the Knights of Ren, guys, you know, we have heard that the male actors in their 20s, they will be training with Adam Driver this month, leading into November, for a major scene. So this character Zhao, who has an eye patch, I can just imagine this being a Knight of Ren without his helmet. It just kind of fits the profile, where he has black hair, white streaks going through it. It sounds like he's a warrior to me that is working with the First Order and Supreme Leader Ren. Now, that's one thing I do got to give to JJ, is that he knows how to introduce interesting characters when it comes to these minor roles more so, and I think what he's trying to do is that he's trying to give in more action into Episode 9. Now, was I upset with how things turned out with The Last Jedi? Absolutely, and that's why I'm really crossing my fingers with how things go for the final installment of the sequel trilogy. So the character Zhao, who, you know, has this black hair with the white streaks and wears this eye patch, he sounds like bad business, right? He sounds like a villain to me. He sounds like he's up to something. And that's all we really know about this new character coming into episode 9. We will be learning more and more about them as we go through principal photography and as we also get closer to Star Wars Celebration. Now, we still know little to nothing about Kerry Russell's character, other than the fact that her code name is Mara, which could mean that she's going to be a new version of Mara Jade in this movie. Possible. But anyways, guys, I would love to hear your input on this below in the comments section. This character, Zhao, what do you think about him? Is he a Knight of Ren? Is he affiliated with the First Order? Or is he a Resistance guy? Would love to hear your thoughts below. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.